Oh my god, day 29. Oh my lord. I can't believe it's been 29 days of this. Oh, and how much I've just grown with this is crazy. So, wow, what a weekend. I'm going to try to get out as much as possible, but Simon just sent me the sweetest video that, of course, got right to my heart and made me really emotional. So I'm going to try to get through this without being super emotional. I'm also super, super, super tired. It's been a crazy weekend, and 2 different times now I've tried to do a video explaining my experiences this weekend, and neither one have come out. So I am totally going to take that as it wasn't meant for me to share in those moments. And there's another moment I'm supposed to share that in. All I can really say right now is, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the life that I live. I'm so grateful that my kids get to see that. They get to know a little secret that they can have anything they want in their lives. And that it's just love. It's just love. And they're creators by nature. We all are. We just forget. And this weekend was such a powerful reminder to me. I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And is it always easy? No. But I know I am right where I'm supposed to be. We have to realize that what's happening is for our highest good, even when we don't feel like it is. And you know, if we can all just remember that, if we can remember that in those moments, as painful as it is, and you know, as angry as you want to be, or hurt, or sad, or whatever emotion it is, it's the same with anything. As long as you're continuing to work towards, you know, evolving yourself and work towards your highest goal and your highest purpose, the universe will always support you, even when it is and it doesn't seem like it is. It always will. And it's, you know, that's when you trust. No, you know, no, this is going to be good. This is the best thing that could happen for me. And I think when we can start trusting that more and understanding that more, things just speed up for us, and you know, we get everything we ask for. It's actually not even about whatever you get, you know, whatever it is that you think you wanted, and when you get it, it's not even about that. It's about who you are. It's about who you become, and it's so true. I know that in my own life. My life is beyond amazing, but it's that I'm a totally, totally different person now. And for some, that's very hard to accept, because I was a person they knew their whole life that I'm not anymore. And, you know, I had to grieve that. I had to grieve that old Emily. I had to grieve her because she was a part of me for so long. But I knew I was just letting her go so better could come in. I just want to say, you know I've been kind of out the last couple days and not doing these, but I'm grateful for everybody who watches these. You know, someone asked me this weekend, you know, what motivated me or inspired me to do these. And, you know, it was really just getting out of my comfort zone and doing something that was uncomfortable for me, but also just to show people what a real look into this path is, and to show my kids, so my kids have this someday, so they can see, you know, everything I do. I want them to live the happiest life, whatever that may be. Maybe it's not this path, it's some other path, but if it fills them at the end of the night, their soul is soaring and flying, and they're in love, and that's, you know, God, that's it. That's it. And that's it for everybody. I will be back tomorrow and sharing my experiences for the weekend, but for now, I am going to bed. day 30. Wow, day 30. I think I've said that wow every day for the last 5 days, I realized. Anyways, just wanted to share a couple things while it's fresh and hot in my mind. I do want to share my experience more. I want to get into that more, but later today, possibly. I just, I was sitting there getting ready a bit ago, and this weekend was so interesting for me. It really brought to my attention me and some of my programs, and how easily I can allow myself to feel small, and how easily I give up who I am and what I have to offer to the world. And I really sat with that a lot this weekend, and I sat with it last night a lot, and just trying to really contemplate on what I was being shown and why, and and it wasn't until this morning when I really just kind of got quiet and I was getting ready. I never thought I would say this, but I want to speak. I always said I was just doing this, which is why I did it, was scary for me, just talking in front of a phone. Although now I feel like I have a new best friend in this phone. But yeah, I want to speak. I want Scott and I to speak together. I think just the story of him and I is important for people to hear, because so many people, think that love isn't possible for them, and not just love, but an even deeper level. And he is supposed to spread his message. I've always known that about, it's just all inside of you. And after having the experience that I did this weekend in the light, I now know that it really is just love. I mean, I know that at a soul level. I experienced that. I know that. I went to the other side, and I saw that, and I know it's just love. There's nothing else. Nothing else exists on that other side, on that other dimension, on that other realm. When we die, heaven, whatever, whatever you want to call it, it's just love. That's all there is. And it's very simple, and we tend to just complicate the shit out of things. And when you go into meditation, it's to connect with that love, that thing inside of you that loves you unconditionally and brings out the best in you, and not just, it's not just about staying in your power, because that that power also can very easily lead you astray onto letting your ego take over. And I realized that, like, I always had this belief that if you're a speaker, you're teaching or whatever, then it's always just ego. And I know that doesn't have to be possible, that you can still be in your heart and be loving and accepting and be you, and still spread that message. That's what a leader does, a true leader. So I guess in a way, it's not even just that I want to be a speaker, it's I want to be a leader. I really do, and I'm starting to really feel that in myself and embrace that, where, before this I thought, well, no, that's just ego. And I think that we can spread the message of love and not have our ego totally take control of it. I am right where I am supposed to be right now, and to stay the course, as the beautiful Gabby told me a couple weeks ago. Stay the course, and just keep doing what you're doing, and listen to that voice inside. It's so important to listen to that voice inside, and sometimes it's not clear, and sometimes you don't know, and you let other people's voices get in your head, and it starts to become your voice. And that's when you really need to withdraw and take time and just sit with it, and yeah, and let it marinate, and the answers will come. Yeah, I'm so excited and happy, and I just feel really in me today, which is a good feeling. So anyway, I will share more about the light later, and who knows, maybe I do this instead of 30 days, 365 days. All right. Mwah. Today, right? Yeah, it's the 31st. Wow. Restless night of sleep last night, as you can tell by looking at my beautiful face. Got this cold energy flu thing going on, and Scott had a kind of a big thing last night. It was really tough for him, and of course, you know, we're so connected that I really feel that too, and that was really tough. And I kind of have a thing I'm trying to work out with a person in my mind. So that's really been kind of weighing on me. But it's the last day, so I feel like there's so much I want to share, and I'll share all of it today, and you know, maybe figure out what's next after this. So yeah, here's to January 31st, last day. Whew, there's so much I want to say today, last day maybe, but a couple really important things to me that I share, which is one, my Lucia Light experience over the weekend, and two, I would really like to share my story with everybody. I'm sure there's a few that watch these that, you know, hear me talk about things, but don't know, you know, kind of my journey in the last 2 years. And so it's really important to me that I share that, so you can get a full and complete understanding of me and, you know, how I got to where I am now. Right now, it's really important to me I share my Lucia Light experience because, you know, I know there's so many out there that need to hear this, and I'm starting to realize I don't think that experience was just for me. That was for people to hear, because it really was the most profound thing. I mean, I don't, there's really not even words to describe it, but since that's all I have, that's what I will use. It's definitely, it was more feelings more than anything, and as time goes on, I get more and more of it. It was so much to process right away. It didn't. You guys can look up Lucia Light. It's, you know, got all kinds of amazing benefits, and you know, it's an alternative way to reach a certain point for you on your spiritual journey. That's how it has been for me anyways. It's been a great tool in kind of fast tracking that. When the student is ready, the teacher will find you, and that is one other teacher that has found me. Saturday, I believe, was my 7th Lucia Light experience. So Saturday, going into it, I was just kind of in this weird nervousness thing, but just kind of wasn't expecting much, to be honest. I just wasn't expecting much. I was going in with 3 other people that had never done the light, but as soon as it turned on, I mean, it took me so fast. I experienced death. I mean, I experienced what the other side of death is. You know, whatever words you want to give it, I went to the other side. So I had a near death, but I didn't die. My body didn't die, or maybe it did in those moments, I don't know. To say beautiful and to say love is such an understatement. It's things that our body cannot even comprehend. It's a level of love, and I don't say that word lightly. It's a level of love that we cannot comprehend, that our bodies cannot comprehend. There is nothing else but love on the other side. Nothing exists beyond love. I remember feeling, oh my God, gratefulness and humbleness beyond what I can even describe. It was movement and beauty and love, and you know, I do remember towards the end really not quite understanding what I was supposed to do with something so big. You know, being afraid of death is huge for people because it's not known. There is nothing to be, I mean, to be afraid of is just, it's just absurd. It's insane. It's, you know, for a moment of that feeling, for you to feel that for a moment, it would rock your world and blow your mind. I wouldn't have been ready to have that experience even 6 months ago. Again, trying to use words to describe it, I can't even find English words of movement, but the movement flows through you, but you don't have a body, but you can sense the movement and the beauty and the colors, but it's all happening so fast, and it's, you know, again, it just was love. That is it. But I know I'm supposed to share that with the world. I know I experienced that, to share that. And I feel in some ways since then such a sense of happy to be me and in my body, and very, you know, this is the time, this is now when I start to really feel comfortable in me and really, you know, using my voice for the best possible good to share that message and to share what I have gone through to get to where I am now, and so people can hear that and feel that, because all the bullshit that we go through, it just doesn't matter. I know that sounds whatever, but it's the truth, and I'm ready to speak it, and I'm ready to not hide, and I'm ready to not be scared, and I'm ready to use my voice and to be me and to just share that. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You know, it feels like it does because we came down here and we, you know, we do have some things to do. But on the other side, it's just love. There's no, well, you did this in this life, so you're going to suffer that. There's not even a comprehension of that. There's not even a remnant. It doesn't even exist. It just doesn't exist. It just doesn't. That's all I can think of. Never experienced that in my life ever. Not in a meditation, not on any drug I've done, not like I've done a lot, but I just went all in. I went all in because it's what I do. The universe said, okay, here you go then. Here you go. Big things in those moments of debilitating fear or sadness that paralyzes you, or sorrow that paralyzes you, or hatred that paralyzes you, or whatever it may be, to just remember it is really just love. And on the other side of this, none of that exists. And after coming out of it, I remember feeling grateful for even the bad things I had experienced in those bad moments. I felt grateful for them, that I could experience that. It's, you know, it's such a beautiful disaster. It's, you know, it really is. It's a pain that I was grateful to experience, because it brought, not only just brought me here, but it's part of the human experience. I will end there. I will stop the video so it's not so long, but I will be back because I would like to share my story, but it was really important for me to share that first. So hopefully somebody out there watches this and you know, it means something to them, and it helps them in some small way. I didn't do another entry on day 31, so it's February 1st, but I didn't feel like I said proper goodbyes. So I just wanted to say a couple things. It's really been a quick 31 days. I have gotten much more comfortable in front of a camera. One of my goals was also to be able to do it in front of people, which was really scary for me, and I've done that a couple times in the last month, so I was proud of myself for that. You know, my whole point in this was to open myself up so people don't, you know, people think sometimes, oh, she's, you know, whatever, comfortable in front of the camera, she doesn't experience this, she doesn't experience that, and it's just not true. We all are human. I don't care who you are. If you're a human in this 3D body, then you're still going to experience growth. Everybody, even a monk living on the mountain, is going to experience growth. You don't reach those higher levels until you go through that growth. So it was important for me to share that, as well as, you know, if I'm gonna tell people that this life is possible, I better be able to live it. And I wanted to hold myself accountable to that. And I want to hold myself accountable to doing these videos every day, even though it seems silly. For me, it was important. And I did miss one day. Of course, I did. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to watch, everyone that has. In a way, it was more for me, and to have my kids watch this someday and know that I do all of this for them. I really do. I do all of this for them so they can live a life that they're not limited by anything or anyone, so they can experience the amount of love that I've experienced in my life. And so people can see, you know, even when you think that you can't get out of the situation you're in, or there's nothing more to life, or whatever it may be, there always is more. And when you ask, is there more, you get more. And true love exists. I mean, I am living true love. I have the love of my life with me every day, and I'm so grateful every day to have him. Just again, I'm very grateful for all of it, for my experience on Saturday. I want to spread the message of love, because that's really all there is in the end, and I know that now. So my plan, since today's February 1st, I definitely still plan on doing some video diaries throughout February, most likely not every day, but I would still like to kind of check in just for me. It's great to get my thoughts out on camera instead of writing it. So that's been really cool for me to experience. But I'm also starting a video series on breath work. And for those of you who have no idea what I mean by that or what that is, breath work is an amazing way to instantly kind of bring you into coherence, your heart and your brain. And, you know, for me, it's like taking an instant Xanax. I mean, it instantly sends like a shot of morphine to your brain. So not only does it help in stress, if you're deeper into spiritual work and meditation, it amplifies your meditations. It has been so powerful for me. I truly believe that the only way to get rid of emotions stored in your body is through breath work. Because a lot of our old emotions are stored deep in our body. And the only way to get that out is through breath work and releasing that. I will continue doing interviews because those are really important to me. Just see what 2019 has to bring for me. I'm excited. It's going to be a big year. I know it. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I send you all so much love. If I've, you know, reached you in any way, that's all I could ask for. That's all I could ask for. So, mwah. All the love to you and the whole world. Thank you.